Hey, good morning. I don't know. It smelled like wet skunk. I think a poor skunk got ran over. So today is an all-class reunion out at Washburn Rural. So I promised our one of our ex-mayors, James McClure. Nice. Let's talk about the Whiting Society for a minute. Filmed Marshall right after Mazachek. They raised $83 million last year. $83 million. $83 million. That's a lot of money. On Washburn's birthday, in one day, they raised $650,000. Man, that's some bucks. That's money in the bank. They had a one-time gift. I think it was the largest gift. I'd have to double check. I actually wish I would have taped it. Well, I think it was 50 grand. Or 50 million. Anyway, it's in the 50s this morning. No more wet skunk over here. Topeka Fire Department right there. I'd like to meet the interim chief. I dropped some cards off over there. He's busy, I guess. I've got some information coming that I'm going to reprint that Metro Voice article. Who remembers the Shunga walks in the morning? Those were good. Buses at the Ramada. Well, I'm going to have coffee today at Julie's. I have coffee there most every day. Family that owns it are nice people. Support a local business guy, right? Jimbo says I'm picking on him. But I will tell you, PT's Coffee there at Wheatfield, they got like a $5 endless mug in the morning, or maybe all day, I don't know. Met with Jim and Earl McIntosh there one day. Hey, good morning, Bruce. Hey, Bruce, I'll see you tonight. You didn't tell me it was all class reunion. I'd like to see you today to get that shaving cream part. I'm not paying you enough, I guess. Hey, there isn't anybody that needs more grooming than me. I don't know where all this hair is coming from. But anyway, I'm going to come out. I'm a proud junior Ichabod. 2-time state gymnastics champion. 4-year letterman. My favorite teacher out there, probably bar none, was Wilmer Piper. Then I loved Mrs. Kinney, you know, with the beehive hairdo. I forgot what she taught. Well, and then Mrs. Dexter. Was she junior high? French teacher. I always liked her. She was cute. Donna. Then Mike Reed. I mean, it didn't ever get any better than Mike Reed. I got to come up from Scheidler and compete. So I was a 4-year letterman. My letter jacket didn't fit me until I was about 25. I had to take all the medals off because my jacket sagged. I'll never forget, there was I think his name was Ed Young, top track star, you know, just all around good athlete. You know, back in those days, you had to be an athlete. You know, for the men with testosterone, which men had testosterone back then. Listen to this. I weighed 99 pounds and was 4'11 and a half when I won my first state championship. Actually, I won it in Olathe. And I'll tell you something about being a state champion. Once you step down, and I'm going to have to conjure up that state championship. I'm going to manifest that to be the mayor of this community. Boy, he's in a hurry. Black and white. I get distracted by the cop car. I get distracted in my videos in the studio. There's a lot going on. But when you're up on that stand getting your medal, and you step down, and the pretty cheerleader gives you a kiss. That was probably my favorite part. That might have been one of the reasons I love winning. Yeah. I'll never forget. The guy that I beat was a 2-time state champion. Terry Newstrom out of Salina. Newstrom just picked me up and put me right up on the top. And he said, man, you earned it. And that was a good sport. But I'll tell you something. The scenery doesn't change. But I picked a sport that I could be good at based on my stature. Dr. Betzworth was one hell of a gymnast. He was better at all around. I hated the side horse. The side horse was so, we call it the pig. It just sat there and looked at you. But I did like vaulting, because you could run and hit that board and go fly. Then I was your warm-up guy on P-bar rings. And high bar. Depending on, you know, who was healthy. You know, sometime sometimes, you know, you get beat up in gymnastics. Look at that. They expanded the drunkenness area. Oh, gotta get a sign here. Wait a minute. That a sign appeared from nowhere. Somebody's helping put up signs for me. Look at that. I wonder. Look at that. Well, here, let's just do this. I want to be right at that. Hey, did you guys know I'm running for mayor? If you didn't, you do now. And I got a bunch of signs. I got people helping me put up signs. I will tell you something. I've got 10 times, maybe 20 times more help running for mayor than I ever did running for county commissioner. Told Blackburn he needs to start raising some money. Blackie. I've gone to school with him since 4th grade. I think that's one of the most fun things about leaving for 18 years and coming home is just all the old friendships. You know, Robert North, I'd sure like to be able to get an appointment with him at Commerce. I went to 1st, 2nd, 3rd with him at McClure. It's fun knowing people. It's fun knowing people that long. You know, Topeka, it's a blessing and a curse. The alcoholics that still drink, they know I've changed. Hey, we don't see you anymore. Where you been? Thought you died. Oh, man. Now, that's a lush yard. Needs to be mowed. I've got the lawn mowed out there by the vacant lot out behind Whataburger and Chick-fil-A. Got to sell that. Can't sell burgers, can't sell chicken. Well, I got a lot of work to do if I want to be this mayor. But here's the thing. Time, talent, and treasure. Upon election, I mean, we got to start today. Somebody was saying that the Citizens Commission's already getting bashed. Ooh. I was having lunch yesterday, and a constituent brought up another bunch of land. I think it was J&L Enterprises. Now these things. What do we got going on there? Is that a tree well? Look at it. Look at these little holes. Look, we put all this money into this stuff, and you got to maintain it. Yes, you have to go backwards in order to get better. You got to. So at Rule, Mike Reed, I idolized Mike. Mike Reed, he was the athletic director, football coach, gymnastics coach, and golf coach. My sophomore year, he goes, all right, you're going to try out for the golf team. Okay. Played golf. I made the B team. But I kind of like the fact that I'm golfing while everybody else is in school. Now, I got some family history here. Judge James A. McClure got onto the school board in about 25. That's what we need to do. We need to flood the school board with conservatives. We've got to. We got to get conservative thinking. Okay, look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is probably some of the most historical. This is probably the most historical corner in Topeka, other than 19th and Oakley, where I was born. So we want to attract people to come to our community to spend their money. Look, Constitution Hall right there, and the courtroom where Brown versus Board was. Now, I've heard good things about this building and some of the loft apartments. A friend of mine actually is looking at one of them. $424, now leasing. Contact Patrick. Call Patrick at K1 at 785-640-7630. Man, there's some power in leasing. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy B's up and going. So look. But this is an example of what Topeka is really all about. The deferred maintenance. Look at this. And we spend a total overhead of around $3.4 million to go Topeka. We ought to make them come out and start fixing this stuff. Hey, you ain't making any deals. That's been the biggest mistake we've ever made. Hey, Yeager. Steve Yeager's on the line, man. Steve Yeager, I office in his dad's old building. A lot of history with Steve there. Wow, look at that. It's a plaid car. Good morning. It looks like a clown car, but I love him. Yeager's on the line, man. Yeager, what a deal maker. I was in the real estate business with Yeager at Macerich. Met him in Boulder, Colorado. Didn't know him before. You had to go to Washburn Rural. Man, what are the chances of you being in town? That'd be great. I'd love to put you on my podcast. You've been through a lot. Been through a lot. Macerich was and then Boulder, Crossroads Mall in Boulder, 1983 was a magical, mystical time. Anybody that got to be a part of Crossroads Mall in Boulder. Man, you can never take it out of your heart. I was the grunt, tenant construction coordinator. Like I had 99 buses. Seriously. 99. Man, I think they're doing a good job with this. You know something? Quit bitching about the squiggly lines on the side. Hey, buy the building. They'll sell you the building. Well, his sidewalk's immaculate. Look at this. Got a skeleton up there waving. And that window looks open. That's probably his bedroom up there, getting some fresh air. He don't smell skunk here. So when I was a kid, McClure was over here. That's when Dad would come to work and Harry Calmary would get us out of there for a little while. I can't remember the little restaurant, but I remember you could get like French toast and an egg and a piece of bacon. That was like a feast back then. Old Jaeger. Jaeger, if you're in town, you ought to call Dana Kay. He'd love to hear from you. I mean, anybody ought to call. I mean, not like he's going anywhere. He's fine. But, I mean, look what he did for us. See, this is nowhere. I'm telling you something. That's economic development, cleaning that up. This is an example. This is why we have water pipes. Our water department is so far behind because they've been siphoning. Sorry. All right, it's early. I haven't had coffee. By the way, at 8 o'clock or about 8:30, I'm going to be buying coffee today for people. Simulating economic development with coconut coffee. It started out as one of my favorite flavored coffees down here at Julie's. But Mondays is blueberry. I like that. Blueberries are good for you. I wonder how long Jimbo's going to let that white building just sit there and rot. I had a contract. Jimbo was a nice guy. Called him up and he was going to buy Slosky's. But then I got a guy. Wait, you ought to see the plans on Slosky's. Guy's going to have a bachelor pad up top, second to none. Craig right now is in at an undisclosed location internationally. Working for the Army. We may or may not put an office tenant down there. But it's just the little things. It's the little things. But what we've done wrong over the last 25 years, where we've gone wrong with the economic development money is we've not had a free market economy. So the way it works with Jetto, they just get $5 million. They give it to Go Topeka. We've been fiddling around. She knows it. She knows we've been fiddling around. With the economic development money. It's a shame. So you got $5 million a year, and the public ought to be able to come up and say, hey, look, I got this project. I need infrastructure. This is what I'm going to do. Anybody ought to be able to come up and ask for the money. This is one of the big things. I got to get better at my delivery. Guess I just got to get up earlier. But I do need to start memorializing everything into writing. But I got stuff to do, man. I got dirt to move out 37th and Gage. Oh man, you ought to go out there and look. Got it all mowed. Jeff Biggs, if you're on the line now, thank you for the introduction. And the guy moved all the dirt piles or the log piles. But see, the thing that's going in the AT&T building, 2.0, it was already planned here, this BioRealty. And you paid $1 million in rent there for an idea. I got to step up my analogies because the analogies I have are kind of for more of street mentality. I mean, I guess I could say the word boondoggle, but that was a boondoggle. And Go Topeka wasn't able to execute the idea, and it cost $1 million. The thing about government and Go Topeka, there's no downside. They don't lose anything because it's not their money. It's our money. And that's what Mace always wanted to know. Where did the guy get his money? I mean, I'll never forget sometimes the richest guys sometimes wouldn't get the deal because it's how they got their money. They didn't get their money with what they were proposing to do. So you got some big rich guy saying all this and that, and then you got the guy that made his money actually being an operator, day to day, doing what he said he's going to do. The sweat equity guy. The guy that started with 1 store, got 20 stores on his own because he built it himself. And that's my problem with the AT&T building. And this, number one, you don't want to put Go Topeka in business. Stop it. We're done. $3 million lease. It will just be I'm going to start calling them big casino. House always wins. Seriously. $125 million later, how are we living better? $125 million later. How are we living better? You would think after spending $125 million, things would be better. You wouldn't. go down to one of the most famous corners and have deferred maintenance. You shouldn't be able to hold a meeting that the public's not invited to, vote on giving one of your members $9.5 million, but also as the public, you should be enraged. The other guy, what does he say? Well, I know he's getting paid to support the Senate and to fight the Senate and the House bill to kick the city out of the 3-mile radius. And you ought to hear him as a polished politician. Well, he's got the answers. What party? Hey, Henry, what party are you? The party's over party. The party is over party. A friend of mine has made multiple phone calls to downtown Topeka and has gotten a runaround. I'm not making this up. I'm telling you something. These people actually up here with their actions of stonewalling all the information, that's what's going to get me elected. But that is what's going to, it will be the opportunity for me to do my job. Good morning. Morning. You want to go live?
Sure.
I'm just ranting. What are you up to?
I'm out walking. I walk almost every day. I'm a wellness specialist at a retirement center. And
Which one?
Brewster Place.
Oh,
and
I'm going to be there.
Why?
Because I'm going to be the mayor. I'm going to be talking. What's your name?
Julie Schmanke.
Henry McClure. Oh, are you Ken's mom?
I'm Ken's wife.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, fuck. Oh, excuse me.
No, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I've been called worse.
No, but do you live in the?
I live
do you
in
live
the
in the
bank
post
tower.
office?
I live in the bank.
Are you going to move over?
Nope. I have a beautiful
lucky.
apartment. Yeah, it's very nice.
He is lucky. Now, was the window open this morning? I was looking
Yes,
up there.
the window is open.
Yeah, I saw that.
It is. Yeah.
Would you apologize for the mom thing?
I don't care about it.
Closed mouth gathers no feet. All right,
It's okay.
I'll try to keep up with you.
I'm glad that you're out walking.
All right.
It always makes me happy. I keep wondering what's going to go in there. I've been
Me too. Well, Ken ought to know. He's a good real estate guy. Or Patrick.
Patrick doesn't know either.
Oh, hell. Do you know how embarrassed I am? Well, a closed mouth. Okay, so I could cut down 8th Street and head back home. But I do a lot of walking during the day. What a nice lady. I always worried about Jeff being involved with money for the Jayhawk because of his inability to manage his own building appropriately. That's where Julie's used to be. They got kicked out, run out. Now that would be, when I grow up, I'd like to own that building. Now look, I know it's going to sound petty. But multi-level retail over my lifetime's never been successful. Man, look at all this. See, why I want to take Lawrence Bay away from Jim more than anything, finish this. Start on all this. You know, Jim says I'm picking on him. You know something? Not enough. he said his brother was a good salesman. But this, to me, all this would come down. Start over. It should look like, we should have a building like Capitol Federal or the Spanky Building or Merchants. Sometimes it's just too hard, not worth it, to go in and renovate the old fronts and it's like taking a 100-year-old person and then giving them steel legs and all that stuff. I wonder if there's a way, I mean, do you lock that in somehow? But they would definitely be in favor of the electric cars. I wouldn't mind owning a little electric vehicle. I have a parking stall down in my basement that maybe I've given up or haven't given up, I don't know. But Jim ought to focus down here. You know, you don't have to win everything. I asked him to just donate the land to the land bank. Just donate the land to the land bank. The land bank has got a certain set of rules. I know it's putting the government in the real estate business, but we should have, the land bank could be run by the Topeka Board of Realtors or the executive committee, or fill it with realtors. It's fine. What's this guy doing? This is Charles Curtis. I really just need to take time and read some of Deb Goodrich's books. This thing was a shame. That might have been one of the coolest bars ever. Fulton. Is that where Jimmy Rankin office is out of there? I think so. Topeka, Kansas. Look, if this is all we're going to be, embrace it. We're lucky to not be New York or LA. But what we do is we've got this mentality, we've got an inferiority complex. That's really what we have here. Be Mayberry and be proud of it.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. Man, I've always loved this view. It's the problem and the solution in Topeka. It's like I talk about having a uniform development agreement. As long as you're following state law, city and county government shouldn't be able to take a nick at it. Shouldn't be able to decide what your last name is, whether you're going to get the deal or not. You fill out the app, like the land bank. You fill out the application, you qualify, you follow the law, that's it. Deal's over. We've got to make it to where anybody that has a good idea The best of developers don't have to deal. We don't. Because the idea is so good, people want to invest in it. Strength through innovation. Park donated by security benefit. Well, of course they did. Look at all the money they get. I'm telling you, once my legs are under that mayor's desk, I'm going to start researching who got what. I've been told by many people that the same people keep getting money just to prop them up. So the first gift they got is legitimate. So 911 South Kansas Avenue right here. Coconut coffee. Henry McClure. When's the last time we had somebody willing to stand up to the establishment? The other guy's not going to stand up. It's just going to be more of the same. What's funny is you can work within this system. It just takes money. You got to just pay to play. Well, what do they got going on here? Looks like they might have a breakfast thing or something. Man, everybody that stays at this hotel loves it. Oh, look at this. But look at these dogs. Oh, he's picking up poop. Hey, Marvin. At least they're cleaning up after themselves. What looks like a whippet or a greyhound. Good morning. Whippets or greyhounds? Doesn't really want to talk. It's all right. If I was on poop detail, I might not be so chatty either. One thing that is not good for our businesses down here is all the hotel traffic. There's Topeka's Finest right there on a motorcycle. Well, let's just take a sharp look here real quick. You don't really want to be the guy looking for all the problems, but they're here. But this looks like a lot cleaner area. I mean, as far as being maintained. See, it'd be better if we could get them to have all the hotel traffic park over here. Nobody here's open up in the morning. But these guys have morning traffic that they need their parking. There's $1 million corner right there. You know those, hey, Alan. Good morning. You know those parking deals that, they're the tall things like on a conveyor belt, or I don't know how to describe it. You park it and it goes up. It's like a CD. It holds, 20 cars. I tell you, I think. Good morning. I think a hotel or a restaurant on top of that water tower would be cool. Now, look, you got to remember, my ideas, they're not government-funded ideas. But we ought to turn over the asset to a developer, let him put his own money into the idea of, we got to get government. Look, and that hotel, let's talk about that hotel. What happened with the hotel? It was just in your face of how stupid government is. Literally. The most stupid. It was not a good deal. And it's not done yet. Today, close the hotel. Today, take all the marketing information, reports, studies, everything all the due diligence that's already been done. Don't put another nickel into the hotel. Just tell all the real estate brokers, we can't afford to pay your commission, because they already paid the commission to the guy. Imagine, they paid $554,000 to a consultant, and look what he did. Common consumption. His dad represents the liquor lobbyists. Mace always said a reformed anything is terrible. My grandfather used to say, you tell me the benefits of drinking alcohol and I'll start. Sober as a judge. All right, what do we got going on here? Look at this. Look at this. And we're putting $9.5 million into the AT&T building, so Go Topeka can be in business, and then they'll be able to justify their existence. No. Vote for me, and I'm a no vote for Jetto. And here's what I need. I need your help. I need your help. Hey, number one, if you're outside, Jaeger, donate some money. Get on my site. You can donate up to $2,000. I'll be a better investment than Go Topeka. Hey, put up 100 to save $5 million. It's a safe bet. And I'm going to have a lot of work to do as the mayor, but I know I can get people. Told Karen Hiller the other day, I said, I'm not going to let them bully you. Just Will Nager wasn't ready to be city councilman. I think Will Nager, as a planning guy, I don't know if he was for, but he sure didn't win anybody in the public's heart by this multifamily zoning idea. Just look at everything east of College Hill. Anytime you run into Jerry Farley, ask him if College Hill was a good idea. We cleaned up a blighted area. It was blight. Here's the thing about it. You got to look at $125 million invested in our community for economic development, and what did you get? You didn't get squat. You got taken advantage of. I'm serious. All they're doing now, it's all incestuous amongst the chamber, the board members of Go Topeka. Now, not all of them. It's sure not popular picking on everybody. But look, when they don't want to disclose the information, well, I got to get people to start standing up. Look at this. This is the capital city of Kansas. And we live like this? Makes me want to go home and fold my laundry, but seriously, look at this. We got a see-through building right here that pays more taxes. What time is it? This pays more taxes than one of Jim Klossman's buildings around the corner that sits vacant. We got a double standard. Boy, that'd make a good corner right there to redevelop, right there. Look at it. You come around the bend, and you see it. Put a sign up on top. Put a restaurant up on top of a brand new big building right there. Boom. Park your car. Well, I tell you one place we do need to renovate. We need to renovate everything from here down to that salvage yard. Our gateway to Topeka should look better. Even if we just start looking at Topeka like a tourist town. We were in the beginning. Look, talk to Deb Goodrich about people that were trying to settle the plains during the Wild West. Morning.
Mr. Live.
Hey, good morning. There's my good Episcopalian friends. Hey, I love y'all. Hey, Kent Wingerson's the, I think we call him the sexton that, like, he maintains the church. You know, one thing I like about him is he stays out of politics. That's the last place any church needs to be sticking their nose in. Ran into Sam Karkoff the other day, and he goes, well, he was angry. Hey, Sam, by the way, you need to donate to my campaign. You don't need to do anything. I do want some fencing here, like we have over 25th Street, over I-470. It just feels safer. But I have a wee bit of acrophobia. A wee bit. Oh, look at this. That guy got up early. Morning! You could pick that rewire out of there, rebarb. We're better. Economic development is fixing our city. Look at that. I mean, think about it. That panhandler right there pays sales tax on the stuff he buys. He actually could be working for Cody Foster. Think about it. From the panhandlers on up, we're supporting the sales tax is what supports Go Topeka. Think about that. The panhandler is paying the way so Go Topeka can have their jobs and the new employees have their titles and the board of directors can give their money to their own membership. I'd really like to figure out how to redevelop this. As your mayor, I'll do it. I'll figure it out. As a private citizen, I'll figure it out. Oh, that building, is that for sale or lease? It's a KS commercial. This guy does the, puts those breathalyzers in your car. Right there. That's expensive. You know, alcoholism is a business, really. It's a sick business. We're going to have this common consumption thing so we can keep you drunk and you walk around, don't know that we're taking advantage of all your money. We're going to pass laws that are just the point, if you can't be a functioning alcoholic, we're taking you out of the game. Because we're going to make it financially impossible for you to stay in the game. You're going to have a whole different set of rules and regulations. If you don't follow the rules and regulations, we've got a hotel, we got housing for you. This needs to be like it's a stop. It's a one-stop shop. You know, Carrie Higgins is running her. This is all the benefits. Look, this is phase 1. That's phase 2. We're going to try to get you clean and sober, give you a place to live, take a shower, wash your clothes, get a meal. Think about it. Think about yourself. Should have a 24-hour church in there. Start selling God. Start promoting God in your life. That's the start. Let the higher power be God, not booze. Whoops. Sorry. We haven't reached, when we get more viewers, we're up to about, if you annualize my viewing, I'm over 3 million views. But I had Kenny Blair go through this building, and he's one of the best engineers in town. And structurally, it's sound as a pound. I think I'd have to look at the numbers. We ran some numbers on this. I'm going to have to become more of a numbers man. I mean, I understand the numbers. I usually, over time, was really good at remembering numbers. Now I feel good for getting up and getting out. My cousin reminded me that I need to lose a little weight. Okay, fine. You gotta take time for the exercise, and I just haven't been doing it. It takes a lot of energy to put out this positive wave. Plus, it takes a lot of energy to fight the negative of Topeka. The negative waves of Topeka. But look, part of recovery, and that's what Topeka needs to do. We need to recover from where $125 million went. It's like, I gotta cure you guys of the hangover. You got a bunch of successful people telling you why I'm wrong. But ask them, why aren't we living better? You live good. I didn't even read that article on Gene Yanni. I ought to get him on the show. The origin, the life and times of Gene Yanni. Man, I remember going out and visiting him when he blew himself up. All right. Marvin, don't take this personally, but this is Topeka's gas station. City and county fleet buy gas from Marvin. It's just, I'm sure it's something he bids on, and there's probably other people out there trying to get the gas business from the city. I'm sure there is. I don't know. This would be handy, actually a handy place to have an account, just living down here. So this is Adams Street right here. So let's take a look at Adams. Pretty good shape. You're not going to get a flat tire or your alignment thrown out of whack here. Chevron. Renegade Race and Performance Fuel. $25 million. And maybe it's better to have the mental health wing attached to the jail. I tried to get, I need a little repair here. I tried to get him to, you know, this is Mr. Is What It Is. You know, he wouldn't come take a look. Bill did. Bill was nice enough to at least look at it. I think Bill walked through it, I think, with Kenny Blair. Does Vinegar Foundation have any money? I'll tell you, he's got a lot of money. Is that Washburn Foundation. But Hills Foundation, Reesers Foundation, SBC Foundation, Cody Foster Foundation. I'll bet he's got a foundation. If he doesn't, manages $43 billion in money, and we're giving him $9.5 million for a project that's already failed. This is what I've always enjoyed. One of the best roads in Topeka, and the neighbors, they don't even get to take advantage of it. But that's what we need to do. We need to have one guy just on the phone every day. Start calling up the foundations. Everybody. Hey, those guys had like yellow, like they look like orange jumpsuits. I wonder if they just escaped. Just kidding. No, I'm not. This was actually where mainline printing used to be back in the day. Back when I met John Parker Sr. Told me his whole story about the holographic business that he's got. That's a waste of time right there, baby. Waste of time. I'd go in there and talk to people, I will as mayor. Tell them the downsides of the common consumption. There's some heroes that live there too. They just got sidetracked. What happens with alcohol is you think you can master it. It's a tough one. I mean, you look at all these successful people, they might even be your parents. People that know how to drink and have one or two, and that's it. And you think you can do it. But those of us that are allergic to it, we don't know how to stop. Don't want to stop. Hey, we're having a good time. CIT is that way. Whatever that is. All right, this is where the trouble begins. Right here. This is the true problem with Topeka. Right here. So look, you got your gas station down there, city and county, fire trucks, police trucks, whatever trucks, cars, boats, whatever. Then, I mean, look, just down here you got the Capitol. Of course, you can see the AT&T building. I'm going to have to rename that. The Cody Foster Tax Investment Institute. You'll never believe who owns all this. Good morning. You'll never believe who owns all this. You got to look it up. Look it up on the tax rolls. I think it's a fight whether we're going to call this Fosterville or Klossmanville. But George Bailey here, kind of coincidence about being saved by angels. It's kind of an interesting story. You start putting it all together. What Topeka's got to understand, you can't put all your eggs in two baskets. We've got, see this whole job creation thing? It's a hoax. We've got to teach people to be entrepreneurs and get to the deals, create an even playing field where another guy gets to the deal and it's not related. You didn't borrow the money from Jim's bank, or you didn't get a grant from the, really, Go Topeka's turned to the Cody Foster Fund. And we, through our sales tax, are paying to make him successful. Hey, Jim. Oops. These would make a great sign location. But look at this. You really get down right here to a one-lane traffic situation. Narrow bridge. You know, we got a code violation up there. This one's owned by Jim. I don't know how long it took to get this all boarded up. So what I want to say to you right now is, if you know me and you understand what I'm saying, if you believe in me, you've got to go out and tell people. I'm going to stick my neck out. I already have. It's very clear that I don't want things to go on the way they are, but it's going to take you are going to have to say, we got to change, and then you are going to have to get involved. You can't just elect me and not help me. You're going to have to get involved. You're going to have to get involved with the Citizens Commission. We're going to have to, we got to elect the library board. We've got to elect the MTAA. MTAA is really going to blow up here. So, as your mayor, one of my priorities is going to fix Adams Street from 8th to 5th. We have too much Shawnee County traffic on this street. Look, it's economic development to fix the roads that your fleets drive over. Look at that. Throw the alignment out in a fire truck. That's expensive. And from what I heard is going on at the city garage, like $500 to get oil changed. So what they'll do is a department has to pay a premium, so then the money gets laundered to go somewhere else. I mean, the guy telling me it made a bunch of sense. But look, that second level's falling in. This is why you don't get to do the lots out in Lawrence Bay. You got to tend to your knitting. You got other stuff you got to do. It makes sense. It's fair. But boy, that's the one guy that doesn't want to lose a deal. And that's kind of where the hand wringing, you know, yeah, it's just not fair. Doltmeyer's in the home building business. It's time to do something different. I think the thing to do is get in the, we should all get in the healthcare industry. It's done, he's leading the way. Let's have more. This ought to be a home for the healthcare industry. But think about that. Mr. Healthcare guy comes, wants some economic development money. He ain't getting any. No. And this is what's sad, is Jim was the chairman of the board at Go Topeka. And that in itself should be the example. You know, it's like, look at this. What's it going to take? What's it going to take to prove that it's wrong? It's like getting Al Capone on tax evasion. And I'm not trying to say Jim Klossman is an Al Capone. But when you talk about tax manipulation, when you talk about crony capitalism, there's no difference. You know, I think this is a code violation. But I don't want to just pick on Jimbo. Brick streets. So think about it. Our gas station's still down there. I know this is, man, there are people actually watching this. This is a long trek. But we're almost back to 520, the art gallery. Hope you're having a good morning. Saturday. Capital Journal. That was my dad's best client, Oscar Stopper. So, You know, I've always commented that, but Dad did tee it up for KTWU through Stauffer. It's like he offered the equipment. That's just as good as helping you get in business. It's like the art gallery here. I've been trying to get somebody to run this art gallery. Put your art in it. I've got the very famous Mike Siegel's art in there. What do we got going on down here? Oh, look at this. See, I love stuff like this. I love retailing. We got to get those retail sales up. We got to pay for Cody's AT&T building. And I'm telling you something. It's just a matter of time where you're going to hear them. They'll be at the trough asking for money for the mall. That's around the corner. All right, we'll do some Henry McClure lives. Good morning. You're live on the Henry McClure Live Show. What do we got going on here?
Mums, beautiful fall mums.
Mum's the word.
I like this trailer's full.
It's full of moms?
It's full of mums.
What's your name, Mom?
Michelle Lambert.
Michelle Lambert. Look at that.
Mums. Mums.
All right. So what's a mum cost?
20 or 3 for 55.
Well, I'll go back, see if I got some cash. I'll buy some mums for you.
And I got all kinds of primitive dolls I make and the best smelling candles you ever smelled.
Primitive? She looks at me and starts talking primitive. I think she's a smart lady.
Well,
all right, I'll be back. I'll buy one.
okay. You might find a color you like better in there, honey.
Well, all right. I'll give you time to get them out. All right. Hey, if you come down and donate to my campaign, I'll give you a mum. Yeah, I'm going down to Julie's Coffee. I got a little event. What's your name?
Mary Ann. I run the Topeka Vendors Market
There
here
you go.
in Topeka.
All right.
Today is our kicking off 6 years. It's our anniversary party.
All right, hang on just a second. All right, I'm going to turn this one off and go live again because it's good for the algorithm.